I got that Califormula.
What's going on, guys? Mr. Clasher here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale video. In today's video, guys, I'll be comparing the clone spell, the brand new card that has been released, to the mirror card. Now, both of these cards are interesting. So actually, I thought I put it inside the deck. Let's see where the mirror card is. There we go. I thought I used it. But anyway, we're going to be comparing the mirror card to the clone spell. And now, both of these cards are pretty similar in some ways, but they are different in many ways, and I'll tell you guys which card is the best. Now, if we go to TV Royale, not many players are actually using the clone spell, surprisingly. You guys saw in my last few videos how strong the clone spell is, and it will outmatch any, I guess, card that is mirrored, because clone spell drops. If you drop the clone spell in a radius of 3, then it clones any troop inside that radius. So it's insane, guys. But if we go down to TV Royale, nobody's using either card. Now, I don't actually, there is one player using this card in Arena 8. There's nobody using it in Arena 9, I believe. So, yeah, I don't think anybody's using it in Arena 9. So the top players haven't really fit inside the deck, fit the card. But let's go to the top players and see actually if anybody has the card inside the deck. So, doesn't really look like any top players have it. I mean, it is a new card, and you know the top players are used to playing with their own style. So adding something like a clone spell really, you know, it really changes up the deck and changes up how they play. So I can understand why they didn't put inside their own decks. But as you guys can see, I'm just going through the top 50 players, and really I don't see anybody using it. Mirror card, I don't see anybody using it. Like literally, guys. Even when I'm facing between 3,000 and 4,000 trophies, I don't think came across a mirrored card. So what is the difference, guys? Like, you know, I mean, there are a couple differences. So the first one is pretty much the only one between the two cards is the radius is 3, so it affects every single troop. Actually, there's two differences, not just single one. But the second one is it's 3 elixir compared to the mirror. So let's say you drop the princess in an example. It's 3 elixir. If you have the mirror card, it's going to be 4 elixir to get the second time to drop the princess again. Now with the clone spell, you can actually clone the princess twice. So it's going to be 2 princesses. So I'll show you guys an example. So let's go to training camp and let's just show you guys how it works. Now, I did not personally use any of these cards just because personally I don't find a use for the clone spell yet. I think I might try it actually to put inside the deck. So let's see if we can actually test it out. So there we go, the Royal Giant. Now let's go with the Ice Spirit. So as you guys can see, 2 elixir for the Ice Spirit. Now we're gonna do something interesting here. So let's see what happens. So we're gonna put the Ice Wizard and clone him. There we go. We got 2 Ice Wizards going, and obviously that tower is going to be down. But as you guys can see, 1 HP left on, well, there's only 1 health point left, I believe, on the clone troop. But as you guys can see, clones any troop given for only 3 elixir. And personally, I think that's a pretty good deal. And personally, I like it better than the mirror card, because the mirror card is extra elixir. And let's say if you have like 3 musketeers, you're going to have to wait a long time for that. For that to get actually the second time the 3 musketeers. So it's going to be pretty expensive. Actually, I do not know how the 3 musketeers work, because I think it does. I think it's 10 elixir. Yeah, it's 10 elixir. I was actually thinking of something else. But yeah, the 3 musketeers is crazy. But with the clone spell, you can actually do it for 3 elixir. Can you imagine 6 musketeers going all at once? So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to actually clone the miner. So let's do it. Right now, let's clone him. There we go. We got 2 miners going at it. So this is going to be pretty sweet. Let's see how much damage they do. And again, I'm just testing out the clone spell compared to the mirror card. So let's drop an Ice Spirit, and maybe should we do the mirror Goblin Barrel? I think we should. All right. So it's going to be 7 elixir. So let's do this. Double Goblin Barrel. This is going to be fun, guys. I'm telling you. There we go. Wow, amazing. Well done. Well, I think he's going to 3-crown me. Pretty obvious, because I'm probably not going to win this. But let's actually clone the princess. There we go. That's pretty awesome. 2 princes going all at once. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Honestly, the clone spell is kind of OP at the moment. I mean, you guys saw in my last 2 videos how strong that clone spell is. I mean, you can just set world records with it. So let's do the goblin clone again. Actually, ooh, it's not gonna work. Never mind. But we did actually clone the miners, and it's gonna be very, very close battle. Let's see who's gonna win this. But anyway, guys, the biggest thing is both of them are actually epic cards, and I lost the battle. But anyway, GG. So personally, I like the clone spell better because, first of all, it's 3 elixir, and you can clone anybody inside the radius. I mean, the mini P.E.K.K.A., you know, you name it, it's going to obviously clone. And my clone spell is currently level 3, so it can clone 8, common level, epic level 3, radius is 3, rare level is 6, and legendary level is 1. Now, both of these are epic cards, but guys, for 3 elixir, you just can't beat it. I mean, now the biggest disadvantage for the clone spell is the troop only has 1 health point. Now, anything can one-shot it. Obviously, that's the weakness about the clone spell, but compared to the mirror card, I think the mirror card is going to be phased out even more with the clone spell. That's just my opinion, because these 2 cards do very similar things inside the game. But because of the clone spell, how it can, you know, clone any troop inside the radius only for 3 elixir, I mean, that is devastating to any player. I mean, if you clone spell the Hog Rider, that's just crazy. So, in my opinion, guys, the clone spell is much better than the mirror card, and I personally think nobody's going to be really using the mirror card inside the game, especially in the top arenas. So, I don't know what you guys think about both of these cards, but personally, I think with the clone spell, I mean, I think more players will adapt to it. I'm going to try the clone spell sometime, because with this Hog Rider deck, I should probably, you know, try it out, see what happens. And for 3 elixir, you just can't beat the clone spell. So anyway, you guys can tell me in the comment section below which one is better. Personally, I think the clone spell is better than the mirror card, but you guys can tell me that in the comment section below which card is better. And as always, I'll see you all on the next video.